Hi, kids. So today we're going to take on a new economic concept, and it is called opportunity cost. And this is one that I think some of you are going to love, and I think some of you are going to think this sounds really easy right at the beginning. Maybe even like, Mike Franz, this is so easy and obvious. Why are we even learning this? But it will get complex real quick once we get past the basics. And there is a lot that you can do with opportunity cost. So what is opportunity cost? Well, I'm going to tell it first through an example. So this young lady is late for school. This is from way back in the olden days when kids used to actually go to school, and she slept in. She's late, right? So that's great. She gets to sleep, but not going to school is costing her the opportunity to learn all sorts of valuable information and have a spotless attendance record and all of that good stuff. So she gets the benefit of sleeping in late, but there is an opportunity cost. It is costing her the opportunity to be at school. Now, on the flip side, when you go to school, there is a cost. You don't get to sleep in that day, right? This girl chose to go to school, and that is costing her extra sleep. Or perhaps a couple extra hours of Minecraft. So whatever you do has a cost because you are not able to do something else at the same time. Some of you may have heard about the marshmallow experiments. These were done with like 2-year-olds, and what they do is they take a 2-year-old and they put a marshmallow in front of them. They're like, all right, kid, you want it? It's all yours. But if you can wait 5 minutes and you don't eat this marshmallow for 5 minutes, then we're going to give you 2 marshmallows. So instead of 1, you get 2. And if you haven't seen these, there's all sorts of funny videos of kids going through just immense anguish over what to do online. And there's also videos of kids just snarfing a marshmallow 3 seconds in. But this is really an opportunity cost scenario that these 2-year-olds are being put in, because a lot of them want to eat that marshmallow, but it will cost them the opportunity to get a second marshmallow 5 minutes later. But if they wait for the second marshmallow, it is also costing them the opportunity for that instant marshmallow. So either way, there's a cost. Money. Spending money is a great example of opportunity cost at work because you can't buy 2 things with the same dollar, right? I can't buy a taco for $1 and then buy a candy bar with the same dollar. Once I've spent the $1 on the taco, the dollar is gone. Now you could make some sort of weird case of like, well, if you work for the taco shop and you buy the taco and then you earn that same $1 bill back. No, 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 no. That's, even if it's the same $1 bill, that's then $2, right? I spent $1, I earned a second dollar, and then I spent the second dollar, right? So like if I buy a taco, it is costing me the opportunity to buy a candy bar or anything else, and a thousandth of a car or something like that, right? When you spend money, you get whatever you're buying, but you cannot spend that money on anything else now. So it costs you the opportunity to buy something else. Maybe you've heard the saying, there's no such thing as a free lunch. And I think this saying is very related to opportunity cost. So let's say you were going to try to prove me wrong. Let's say Mike Franz gets in front of class and I'm like, there's no such thing as a free lunch. And you're like, ha ha ha, Mike Franz, you're so wrong. I'm going to buy you lunch right now. And then Mike Franz might be like, no, 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 it's not free because now I'm going to owe you a lunch. And you're like, no, Mike Franz, no strings attached. I'm buying you lunch. This is obviously a fictional story because anytime a kid offers to buy Mike Franz food, he clearly says yes. But just for the sake of this example, you're like, Mike Franz, I'm going to buy you lunch and I'm going to insist you never pay me back and it's no big deal and nothing. I just want to prove that there is such thing as a free lunch. Well, then I could say, well, the thing is now I have to be at lunch with you and that's costing me the opportunity to, message friends on Facebook. And you could be like, no, Mike Franz, you don't get it. You're going to come to lunch, you're going to eat for free, and you can do whatever you want. You can message your friends on Facebook. And boy, that sounded like a pretty good deal to me, but still, it is costing me the opportunity to do lunch somewhere else, with somebody else, right? Invite everybody. You say, well, it's costing me the opportunity to have an intimate one-on-one lunch with my mother, right? Now you can't argue that. There's no such thing as a free lunch. Now, let's point out too, I'm not saying all possibilities are equal, right? The free lunch with you sounds pretty good. I mean, one-on-one with my mom would be pleasant and all that stuff too, but come on, free lunch and I get to do whatever I want. And yeah, like that might be the better alternative. There might be more benefit than there is cost, but there is still a cost, which is that I cannot be doing something else at the same time. We could use it for an example like this, right? So like, let's say you have a garden and you grow some of your own food. Now, it might seem like free food, right? You know, like you could pay HEB 39 cents for a tomato, but why would you do that when you've got free tomatoes? But the thing is, the tomatoes cost you time, right? So you might be getting them for no money, but there is still a cost to growing your own tomatoes. It takes you time, maybe even risk. You know, your tomatoes might all get eaten by, bugs or neighboring kids or something. So when you grow your own tomatoes, yes, you are saving money, but it is costing you something else. And I'm going to end this little pre-recorded lesson with a question. And I actually want you guys to answer this question for homework tonight. I will also write this question on the Nest. Some of you have probably seen the question before you watch the video, but here's what the question is about. Let's say you're a lawyer, right? And not just are you a lawyer, you're really good at making cabinets, right? And you need to have some cabinets made for your house. And here are the factors. As a lawyer, you make $300 per hour. If you pay someone else to build your cabinets, it will take them 10 hours and you will pay them $100 an hour. If you build them yourself, it'll only take you, it will take you 5 hours, but you will have to take those 5 hours off work. So you won't be able to get paid as a lawyer for those 5 hours. We're also going to assume, for the sake of this example, that you do not have any non-monetary preference. Like, you really don't care where you're spending your time. It's not like you love cabinet making. Like, you like cabinet making and being a lawyer totally equally, for the sake of this example. And one thing I didn't write, but we're going to assume this too, is that you are going to make just as good a cabinets, whether you make them yourselves or you pay somebody else to make them. They're going to be of equal quality. Okay? So the question is, what do you do and why? Do you just make the darn cabinets yourself, or do you pay somebody to make the cabinets? This is a question about opportunity cost. I'm going to leave it at that today. We're going to talk more about this in class. I'm also going to post a reading about this that's due for your next class. But man, if you're just so excited about opportunity cost that you want to go ahead to the next homework assignment, who am I to stand in your way? Thanks, kids. Bye-bye.